Well, it's about 6:30 a.m. on December 28th, and I am just about ready to leave this hotel that I stayed at. Foot in the sand, beautiful place, $70 a night, including breakfast right on the beach. Couldn't do better. But I am heading on my way. I'm leaving Florianopolis and heading down to Port Alger for the day. It's going to be a bit of a long ride, but hopefully I can get it done. So let's go have one last look beyond the Florianopolis before I take off. Had a really good time here with Jane and the family. Fortunately, I wish it was longer because this is really a nice place. But I know that I was a bit of a burden on Jane and her family because Isabella's pregnant. Not 1 month to go before she's due. So, let them get on with their lives and I'll get on with my trip. It rained last night. The roads are a bit wet, but no big deal. As long as it doesn't rain while I'm riding, I'll be happy. Today I have an absolutely spectacular day to ride. The roads have been good, the weather has been perfect, clear blue skies, no wind. Unlike yesterday where I was riding, I rode through two very wicked rainstorms and a very violent windstorm for a good part of the day, so I didn't do any filming. My camera was actually in my pocket for most of the day. But today is perfect. I am now 15 kilometers away from the Uruguayan border, so I am going to stop and fill up at the town that is there and then cross over into Uruguay. Let's hope that that one goes as smoothly as all the other border crossings that I've had in South America. So this is the Policia Federal Immigration. So this is where I'm supposed to get my exit stamps. That was the right place. I have now exited Brazil and I am on my way to enter into Uruguay. Now I have to find the immigration, which is 5 kilometers down the road. It appears that I could probably just drive right through and nobody would even care. Nobody stopped me, nobody asked for any documents, but I feel like I should do the right thing. Make sure I get all the proper stamps and documentations. So, let's go get that done. Okay, now I've completely exited Brazil. Passport stamped, TIP canceled, and I am re-entering Uruguay for the third time. Now, I've got to go find the immigration office in Uruguay. No control whatsoever. There's no gate. Nobody's asking for my passport or TIP. I'm just riding right into Uruguay. I probably could have just rode right in and kept on going. I could have rode right into Brazil and rode right through and exited without anybody stopping me at either Foz do Iguaçu or here. So I probably didn't really need a temporary import permit. Okay. I've got some cash. Got 20,000 pesos. Got my money exchanged. That should be enough to give me some gas, a meal, buy me a hotel room, and get me through Uruguay. I'll be here for possibly 2 nights, I'm not sure. We'll see how things go. Okay, that went very smoothly. A bit of a lineup at the window when I got there, but as soon as I got to the window, there was no issues with the passport, and I got that stamped. Just had to show my vaccination, I was good to go. And then I went and got my TIP, and that was an interesting process, as I don't think they do too many of them here, because he couldn't find the form at first, and when he got to the form, he couldn't fill it out. So I actually filled out the entire form myself, with all the information off of my documents, and he was very happy with what the result of that, and he stamped my TIP, gave it to me, and on my way. It was about a 10-minute process, and there was a bit of a language barrier, but we got through that using the Google Translate app, which worked out very well. And now I am on my way into Uruguay. Let's go check out Uruguay. Off to Montevideo. Montevideo. Beautiful town so far. So far my run through Uruguay has been pretty uneventful. A lot of flat land. We got into some rolling hills just as we were coming into Montevideo. But other than that, it was all farmland and hola. See this guy in front is carrying 2 boxes. It's just a string around his arm. And a bunch of pipes on the other side. Crazy. These guys are amazing riders. Let's check it out. Maybe there's a hotel down this way. This is Montevideo. Pretty cool so far. I'm going to see if I can get a hotel right down here, somewhere on the beach. I'm on the Malecon in Montevideo in Uruguay. Just pulled in about 5 o'clock this afternoon and got a room right down here on the beach. Just going to go for a walk and check things out. This is the video of the skyline in the early evening in Montevideo. So I was walking down the Malecon and I heard these 4 kids speaking English. So I said, "Hey, you're speaking English?" They said yes. So I stopped and chatted with them, and they've got a pretty interesting story here. So go ahead, Joaquin. And
my name is Joaquin. Right when Duncan here was walking by us on the Rambla, my car broke down out of nowhere, and we were driving, and all of a sudden I see smoke out of the back of the car, and I pull over, smelled something weird, put it in reverse park, and all of a sudden we see our oil filter just flop straight out of the car in the front. And we called the towing company. Tow truck is coming soon, hopefully. And it's gonna be quite a story.
It's going to be quite a story. Well, that's unusual. Like, the oil filters don't normally just fall off cars, so that's really something.
Hopefully it's not my fault. We'll see.
So, you!
And I'm Amir.
Amir.
Joaquin. Joaquin's from Uruguay, so showing us around. Yeah. And we're all from LA originally.
Howdy. I'm Nima. We all went to high school together, so we're all from Los Angeles, and we're all like on this 22 day trip since like 19 days ago, and we're gonna finish in Punta del Este for New Year's in about 3 days from now, and then fly back home.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a fabulous time. You guys are having so much fun.
Amazing.
I can see that.
Hi, I'm Eden. We're just here on a trip, hanging out with each other. We have college graduates here. We're about to graduate college, so we're all just exploring the world before we go into the workforce for real. So.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
One last hurrah together.
Well, one last hurrah together, but this won't be your last hurrah. This is just the beginning of your lives,
hopefully,
and you've got
honestly,
plenty of time to enjoy.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Fishing seems to be a big thing along the Malecon too. We're right on the edge of the ocean. As you can see, the ocean is right there. There's no beach, and there appear to be too many rocks down there. Quick video from the view from the hotel I'm staying at tonight in Montevideo. I had a quick visit to Montevideo. Took a nice walking tour of Montevideo down the Malecon and into the city center last night, and then had a nice dinner at a hopping little restaurant bar. But now I am on my way out, on my way to Colonia del Sacramento, where I intend to catch a ferry over to Buenos Aires tomorrow morning. Colonia del Sacramento is a UNESCO heritage site, so I'm excited about spending more time there than here in Montevideo. Montevideo is a beautiful town, but it's a huge city. I've seen the center of it, I've walked the Malecon, so it's time to move on. Let's go check out Colonia del Sacramento and figure out the ferry system over to Buenos Aires. I'm almost ready to exit Montevideo. I think I'm on the main street out of town now. And the next stop will be Colonia del Sacramento. just taking a quick break on the side of the road in Uruguay and looking at a farm. See a couple of woolies and a goat over there. There's the barn right there, and over there where the clothes are hanging in the car with the hood up is where they live. A little bit poorer and different than Brazil. Brazil was really quite affluent, especially in the south. Apparently it's a bit poor in the northern part of Brazil, but in the south it's every bit as affluent as Canada or the USA. Well, that's it. I have my ticket for the ferry tomorrow. It wasn't too complicated a process, although I stood in line for about 20 minutes. And then when I got up there, they said, "Do you have your passport?" I said, "No." So I had to go back out to my bike and get my passport. But then I went to a different window with no lineup whatsoever. I didn't realize that there's 3 different companies selling tickets for the same ferry. So I was able to go to that other window and get a ticket immediately, which took about 5 minutes. So if I had gotten a different lineup right away, it would have cost much less time. Okay, that's over with. I am on my way to find a hotel and explore Colonia del Sacramento for the afternoon. It is a World Heritage Site, and I am looking forward to see what it has to offer. I've been instructed to go up here and ride down the sidewalk to get my bike into the parking garage. Just have to take my time and not run over any of the pedestrians since it is a sidewalk. There we go. This is easy. This is the Gouverneur Hotel. This is my room here. It's a building that's it's a heritage building built in the 1800s. And they've obviously remodeled everything, and it is a fabulous little room for around $60 a night. There's also a pool here, which I'm going to go check out. So let's go have a look at that. The price of the room also includes breakfast, and this is where I'm going to have breakfast tomorrow morning. This is really nice. Okay, I guess that battery that I put in isn't that good. It's sitting at 1%, but anyways, I'm just going to go for a quick dip and go back and change that out. I have just finished lunch, and now it's time to go for a walk around this UNESCO heritage site. Oh, this little restaurant is starting to empty out. It was really busy when I got here during the lunch break rush hour, but yeah, it's slowing down now. I'm just waiting for my bill, and I'm ready to go for a walk. Oh boy, I'm just walking down the streets, just checking things out, seeing what I can see, but this is beautiful. Look at the rocks on the street. That's what the streets are made out of, these really big rocks embedded in the sand. It's really rough to ride on a bike. Good thing I have a dual sport. There are dozens of these wonderful, cute little restaurants around. Another square. It is extremely warm here today. One of the hottest days I've had in South America. While we were up in the Andes at higher elevations, it was actually quite cool most of the time. The highest it would get would be 20 degrees. What we have here is a lighthouse. Looks like it was built inside some of the old ruins. These are not only rough to ride on, it's also rough to walk on. There are so many of these cool little restaurants and bars around, it's hard to decide where to go and have a beer. And check this old car out. These old houses are made completely out of stone. This is a beautiful little town. Montevideo was a nice city, but still it was a city. This is much more interesting to walk around. This is right down by what they call the river. But as far as I can tell, this is the ocean, because there's no land to be seen. Across there somewhere is Buenos Aires.
like, that's cool, but...
Oh, after all this sightseeing, I think it's time to stop for a gin and tonic in this little mojito bar. Sit in the shade, feel the cool breeze, and enjoy a cool drink. Good morning! It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on my way to the ferry terminal in Colonia, and I'm going to catch the ferry over to Buenos Aires at 10:30, and that should put me in about 11:45. So let's just enjoy the last little cruise down through Colonia. It is just a special place. So many old buildings and funky restaurants and cool bars. It was a great evening. Great day yesterday and a great evening. And yeah, sorry I didn't spend a bit more time here, but it's the time that I have and I made the best of it. Well, it's time to say goodbye to Uruguay and hello to Argentina. I've exited Uruguay and I'm on the ferry over to Buenos Aires. I only spent a couple of days in Uruguay, but Montevideo was good, and I really enjoyed my time in Colonia del Sacramento. It's a really cute little town, a UNESCO heritage site. Meeting Suzan tomorrow, and spent 25 days touring around Argentina. Really looking forward to that.